Hey everybody, so today I'm doing a review on some great coloring books I was so lucky to receive this week, and these are the Big Kid Coloring Books by Dawn D. Boyer, PhD, and she is an amazing artist who has turned some of her sketches into coloring books. And I just have three. I was lucky that she contacted me and sent me three to do a review on. She has a lot of books, and I will give the links in the description so that you can check out her Amazon page and check her out on Facebook. So to start with, she has an introduction, and she talks about herself and the history of coloring and different techniques and stuff about coloring. She gives some links to some books for color combinations, and then onto her pages. Now this book, the first fairy book, there are pictures on each side, as you can see, and these are fairy houses and fairy doors, which I adored. The fairies are a big, I like them a lot. Let me kind of make it so you can see better. And there are like sketches that she has done, and one of the things I like is that, and I'll show it in a page that I actually colored in the other book, is that she does a lot of like the cross hatching and stuff, and I am not an artist by any means, but when you're coloring like a lot of these in, it's kind of like the shading is done for you, so you don't have to spend so much time shading, getting your shadows and everything, because she's kind of almost done that. Where the shadows would be is where like the sketching is for you, and it makes the coloring go a little bit quicker. I particularly don't like to spend 8 hours coloring a single page. I like to do it as a fun thing. I like to see what it's going to look like, and I'm kind of impatient, so I don't want to scribble something out. I want to spend some time, but I don't want to spend hours upon hours. I've seen people where they've gone over like some of their coloring books and they're like, oh, this took me like 8 hours or 2 or 3 days to do this one page. And to me, there's so many pages because each of her books has like 50 pages in here, and they're all different and unique, so I want to color them all. I don't want to just, like I said, because I'm never going to finish that way, and I want to get more done. So I like that there's detail, but that I'm not coloring in teeny tiny spaces that's taking me forever to color in. And these are just great drawings. I mean, they're all different. It's amazing how many different ideas that she has come up with. If you think about it, there's 2 books here, so that's like 100 different of the fairy doors and sketches. Now, you can see that these are single-sided, so I mean the best medium for you is going to be pencils. But what I do too is I have make some copies, like cardstock copies, and if you want to do that, then you can actually use your markers or your watercolors or any kind of mediums that you want to get into doing. And then you don't have to worry about the bleed through, because the paper is a little bit thin. And then here she has, I'm not joking guys, she has a lot of books. I mean, here are books by her that you could check out and look up. She gives all the code things that you can, I forgot what this is called, I'm drawing a blank, but I know like the readers that you can kind of just put it on your phone and it'll come up. And those are a lot of her books, and here's some more about her herself. Okay, so first one, and I actually did color a page in here, and I'll show you what I mean about the different cross hatching and stuff. So again, she has her acknowledgments, and I know like she does contest winners, so I believe that she might have had a contest, and I've checked it out on the Facebook page, and I'll show you in the video where people I think have submitted like different pictures of hers colored in, and she had contests, and she has like the winners and stuff listed in her book, which is really cool. And thanks to all her contestants and stuff. Again, she does like an introduction and talks about the book and coloring in general. And this book is same thing, it's over 50 pages, but these are single-sided. So you could use the different mediums, just put a piece of wax paper or, something so you don't have bleed through if you want to use your Copics or markers or, like watercolors and stuff. I love this book because it has like little hidden fairies and stuff that you kind of got to find, and I'm not going to point them all out to you, let you get it yourself, and you can find them yourself. But on each page, almost every single page, there's kind of like a hidden fairy. There's animals hidden in here. Well, the animals, I don't know if they're really hidden, but again, so much great detail. And this is the page, and I did this kind of quickly because I wanted to shoot the video review, and I didn't want to wait too much longer. So I kind of did this before I did this, so it's kind of was quick. I didn't put as much detail into coloring the pages I normally might have, but I did this. I used polychromos on this page, and I did blend it with some odorless mineral spirits. as you can see. But as I was talking about the shading, like with all the cross hatching, it kind of gives the shading for you so you don't have to spend so much time shading in, or you know to kind of put that part darker. And it really, I think, shows up nicely when you're coloring. I want to zoom in a little bit so you can see. And there's a little fairy hidden right there. Alright, so going on. Alright, so again, you know, the whole theme is houses, doors, and I mean, you're going to see a lot of nature, a lot of flowers, some animals, and of course the little fairies are hidden in there. And I think, I mean, they're just so detailed and they're so different. It's amazing that she's come up with so many different sketches on this theme. There's the old shoe. I love these pictures. And I love the flowers. Anyways, and I actually, if you go on her Facebook page, you can see, I guess they're like, I think it might be on part of the contest people who have made their submissions, and I really enjoy seeing what other people have done with a page. I love looking at one page and seeing like 20 people's interpretations of that same page. I think it's so interesting to see all the different ways people will color in and take that one thing and make it into so many different ways. So that's a fun thing, you know. I'll put that link in there and I'll probably show it maybe on my iPad at the end of the video, just to get in, so you can see kind of like how great they look when they're done, because sometimes it's hard to imagine what something's going to look like until you see when people have actually colored in something. I love this page because it's got the little frog hiding in the doorway. He's so cute. Again, there's, you know, all these little animals, and then you have your, what is that called? Is it the tree person? They have a name. I don't know the name offhand. Okay, so just to show the snails. And I like that she says too that she kind of just writes these, she writes in her introduction how, you know, she isn't always historically accurate. Like, yeah, she knows that maybe this flower wouldn't belong in this kind of area, but, you know, it's her interpretation, it's her imagination, it's her art, so she's just, you know, having fun with it. So she's not stuck on, like, being so correct, like, oh, this, you know, tree couldn't be with these flowers, or this and that, or this animal couldn't be here. I think especially she said that in, like, the tropical, you know, the world, like, these two sea creatures might not be together. But, you know, you just, it's your imagination, it's art, it's your interpretation, and just kind of going with it. And then this page I like is all like the baby fairies. It's so great. And again, she gives, like, you know, the links to all her some of her other books and stuff. So, and it's funny, I didn't realize at first the page that I colored in was actually the back color page. And I think I don't know if these are some of her contest winner drawings. I think that might be that are on the back of these. So you can see like what they have done with the pictures. And then we have our Big Kids coloring book under Tropical Undersea Wonders book. And again, I love this book. This is great. Same line of drawing like the sketches, and she gives her acknowledgments and thanking everybody, the introductions. Okay, I did this with the Inktense, and not the best page I've ever done. I am still working with the Inktense. I haven't captured or mastered the Inktense. I've only used them a couple times, and then I think I've used regular watercolor. And I did it quick. Again, I did it kind of fast just because I wanted to get started and have something colored in for the video. Didn't take the time I normally would have taken, and the page did buckle up a little bit, but I kind of just slapped on the paint, so I mean more care. But you just put a piece of wax paper underneath, and you know, you can definitely use your different meetings and markers and stuff. And I'd really like to try some Copics on here. And you also can watch the water. I oversaturated it because, again, I was working quickly. So these are fantastic pictures. I love them. They're so different, and they're so pretty. And this is, you know, I'm really looking forward to coloring in these and checking out how they're going to come out in the end. And these are single-sided, as you can see. And the fish, there's just like so many different ones. Okay, you can see this one. I don't know. I don't have that like imagination to be able to come up with so many different drawings out of my mind. I'm more of like, I need the inspiration. I like too that she has some mermaids in here. And I believe that this is 50 drawings too. You can see all these great details. I think these pages are really gonna, you know, they're gonna be so much fun to color and to see like the vibrancy and stuff, and all, see them kind of come to life when you finally color them in. So you have your seashells, and I like the way too, like even like the seashells, you know, there's the different plants and the animals. The animals are just always have these cute faces. I really like how she gives them like these really cute little faces, like with the eyes, and he's looking at the seahorse and the shells. I like this shark. He's almost got like this kind of face where he's almost like coming up on top of him, and like they have expressions. I think that's what I'm trying to say, is like some of the animals, like their faces have actual expressions on them, which I really enjoy looking at them. As you can see, you know, there's some more. I just like here the seahorse has got his big eyes, and here comes the, you know, the stingrays, and I just like their faces. I don't know, let me zoom in so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I would definitely go check out her Facebook page, so you can kind of see what other people have done. There goes mermaids, and there's just so many pictures. I apologize if I'm going too fast. I'm just trying to show them all because there's so much to show. But there you have it. So here we go. We have the Big Kids Coloring Books, Tropical Undersea Wonders, Dawn D. Boyer, PhD. Let me just show you quickly on my iPad. I believe. So this is her Facebook page. What I was talking about, if you scroll through, like you go to her Facebook, Dawn D. Boyer, and I believe this might have been a contest that she had done where people, fans and stuff, have colored in her pictures, and then she posted them. And as you can see, like it's the same, you know, this is, you know, some of the same exact ones, but you can see how differently people color different colors and different shading techniques, and it's really interesting to see them. And when you see them kind of up close, and let me kind of zoom in, you see, you know, like the details that people have done, it's amazing. Like and then the other thing was her Amazon page. So if you go to her Amazon page, let me know a little bit. Okay, so here you go, and then it lists like the books up here, and then you can kind of scroll through and see all the different books. And she has a lot of books. So we have, you know, butterflies and flowers, and you have your doodles and tangles, hearts and feathers and images. So many different books, and I really like kind of like almost every interest that you can imagine. You would probably find something that you would be interested in when you look at all her different books. Okay, so again, I have the Big Kids Coloring Books. I have the Fairy Houses Indoors Volumes 1 and 2, and then the Tropical Undersea Wonders. However, she has a lot of books for every kind of need if you want to check them out. These are great, you know, pen and sketches that you can color in, and I think, you know, they're really well done. She's an amazing artist, so go check it out, and I will put the links below. And thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.